Hi, everyone, and welcome to Mystic Radio with Jeannine and I. Um, we're going to do an episode all about Jeannine because Jeannine did an episode all about Claudia to introduce you to us, to the listeners that will be enjoying these beautiful conversations with us. So you get a little intro of who we are and where we're coming from, right? Hi.
Hi, Claudia. Hello, everybody.
Amazing. All right. My beautiful goddess sister, tell me how you stepped into your spiritual journey and what got you here today.
Sure. Well, I've kind of been this way my whole life.
Mm.
But as you know, as
Mm-hmm.
being the same as it wasn't really something that was easily reflected back to me. So
Mm.
how do you even know what that is? So it
Right.
kind of remained inside of me, but being that is how I am, you move with it, you observe it, you go with it. And life went on, and I moved out quite young. I moved
Yeah.
out about 17, 18 years old.
Mm.
I had a pretty tricky childhood. But from there, because of some of the trauma and the
Mm.
pain that I went through and experienced during that time, I was pretty lonely and lost, and had was in complete survival.
Yeah.
Late
Yeah.
teens, early 20s, out on my own, just
Mm.
trying to kind of make ends meet and find my way. So with that, I was raised Catholic,
Mm.
and I was always, even outside of that, we weren't really deep in
Yeah.
religion. We went to church every Sunday,
Yeah.
catechism, we prayed, but it wasn't like we weren't, it wasn't entrenched
Right.
in us. But there was something in me that was always drawn
Mm.
to God, spirit, in my own way, my personal way.
Right. Right.
So when I was seeking to kind of find peace from my
Mm-hmm.
own life, I would meet these people that kind of led me down these paths to find certain
Mm.
books.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was going through some trauma, I had some friends introduce me to The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale back in the early
Yes.
90s, late 80s, early 90s. And then from there, I was like, wow, this is really inspiring and
Mm-hmm.
helpful. And then I found Gary Zukav's Seed of the Soul, and
Such a
it
great
took
book.
me, such a great book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it started to empower me in a completely different way.
Right.
And so I feel like in those, they were little steps, but they were everything. And they
Right.
led me also to really get on an organic healing path,
Yeah.
because my body is quite sensitive. And so
Mm.
just to stay on track for myself, I found Andrew Weil and read Prevention Magazine in the 90s
Oh
and
my
learned
God.
all about,
I
I don't know
forgot
if you
about
remember
that.
that. You remember that?
Yes.
I would read it on the L on the
Oh
way to
my
work. And
God.
I started to eat complete organic food, which in the 90s
Right.
in Chicago there wasn't much of, but I found my
Right.
way, began my yoga practice, and the spirituality just grew and grew and grew inside of me, and it led me down a completely new path in myself.
That is something else. Wow.
Yeah.
Um, so that it led you down this beautiful path. So what does your work offer today and what do you bring to the community?
I have been working with clients for about 24 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And what I bring forth is really grounded, whole self, sustainable transformation.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I mean by that is that, I am an intuitive since birth, but I found a way to, of course, hone that into my work. And I do intuitive readings, I do astrology, I'm a medium,
Right.
but I'm also a holistic health practitioner and yoga certified. And so I bring all that to my clients. So when I read you, I get information about you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't just answer a question. I'll
Right.
give you a complete way
Mm-hmm.
to work with why you're coming to me, why
Yeah.
these questions are coming up, not just the question or
Right.
not just the transit,
Right.
but what you can do with your spiritual self, your mental, your emotional, and your physical self to give you the most support that you need. So I offer one-on-one sessions and mentoring and a little tribe. And yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
offer
Yeah,
clients.
I can contest to that, listeners. Oh my gosh. If you I know this is going to be new to you because we're introducing ourselves to you, but get you Jeannine in your life, okay? Get you some Jeannine, Get you some real deal healing. You don't even need psilocybin, marijuana, ayahuasca. No, get you Jeannine and you'll be straight. I promise.
Oh,
Oh my
Claudia.
gosh, no way. Amazing. Also, I wanted to bring up that the listener doesn't know that you were in the financial corporate world, right?
I was.
Um,
Yeah. Uh,
and you were tell it, tell it. I'm not
yeah. Oh yeah, I was in the corporate world. Well, that was part of that survival mode, right? Like I
right.
went down, and I'm really great with numbers, and I
Yeah.
found that I was really good in that industry in the '90s, especially. It was
Mm-hmm.
kind of rough and tumble then, but interestingly enough, I mean, I could navigate it for the most part because
Right.
it, I was able to navigate it when I was younger as well. You
Yeah.
know, it was kind of that harsh, sticky environment, and so it was just like, oh, I could do this. I mean,
Yeah.
it was even harsher and stickier, but I made it through, and I ended up being an IPO trader at the
Mm.
end, in the late
Mm.
'90s, early 2000s, and I had my Series 7, my Series 63, but it wasn't who I was on the
Yeah.
inside. And
Yeah.
so all the things I was doing yoga at home in the '90s, and eating healthy food and just devouring
Yeah.
Shirley MacLaine books and all these
Ah,
other spiritualisms that felt like me
right.
until it just began to overflow. And then I left that industry altogether and started
Yeah.
on my healing journey
Yeah.
as a
I
teacher.
bring that up because I know there's people that are living and working in the matrix,
Yeah.
right? So, what
Yeah.
advice do you have as they're coming into their own spirituality and still kind of in that the matrix corporate world to be able to balance that out somehow for themselves?
Realize that the call that you have from the inside is the truest you will ever have. And trust it, trust it, trust it more than the experience that you're in right now. The experience that you're in right now, it is serving. It
Mm-hmm.
is having some sort of value in your life.
Right.
But when you drop the conditioning, the life that you're in right now, most oftentimes is a reflection of that conditioning.
Yes.
So when you start to blossom on the inside, the conditioning is falling away in here, it's going to fall away out there. And yep, it's a trail of tears sometimes, but
Mm-hmm.
keep forging on
Yeah.
and trust that inner calling, and it
Mm-hmm.
never it never serves you wrong. It may not be
Yeah.
easy,
Yes.
but it will not steer you wrong. So
Great
keep going.
advice.
Yeah.
Great advice. I love that. What is your sun, rising, and moon?
I'm a Leo sun, and I am a Cancer rising just like you,
Mm-hmm.
and I am a Taurus moon as well.
Beautiful. Oh, yay. And what is your favorite song or music or genre? What would be better? Because I know it's hard. Music is life, but
Right.
like, what is something that just came up for you?
Oh my gosh. Well, I love Seal.
Oh,
I love Seal. I love Seal. I
Seal.
love all music. I
Yeah.
do. I love all music. I love Seal. I love Van Morrison. Into
Mm,
I have a mentoring program called Into the Mystic after that as well. So just that soulful music that really comes from the heart, and
yeah.
you know,
Beautiful. I
yeah.
love it. And speaking of, what does a mystic mean to you?
Mystic is that divine unknown. That
Hmm.
divine unknown that holds really all the answers. And we just have to have the faith to go there. So
Absolutely.
I do consider myself a mystic, but it's because I do so many different aspects, but I believe
Right.
that they all come from the same place. So
Yeah.
we all have that
Beautiful.
mystic here for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. And we're here on Mystic Radio, which, by
We
the way,
are
the radio aspect was Jeannine's idea. And I was like, oh my God, yes. Because we grew up where there was that radio
yes,
was the thing, right?
right,
And when
right.
she said that, I'm like, oh my God, yes. Why does this feel like 1,000,000% yes? Mystic Radio.
It's
Back in the day, welcome to, you
mystic
know,
radio. Right. What's your favorite song, Claudia? What's your favorite
oh my
genre?
gosh. Favorite genre is R&B soul, but it's tied because I
You
love
you
reggae just as much.
you love reggae.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
fun.
reggae. Like,
Oh, oh yeah,
oh,
yeah.
especially I would say. if I could pick anybody in the world and someone
Yes,
had a
what's
gun
your
to my
favorite?
head, be like Bob Marley, Bob Marley, Bob Marley. Tell me how this is, because
Good.
talk about mystics, right?
Yes.
Talk
Oh my God.
about how is it that we can listen to his music over and
Right?
over? Like we all know his songs,
No,
but it sounds new every time.
every time.
How?
It's transcendent, right? It's transcendent. And there's so much soul and heart in there. It's not just words
No,
and it's
no.
you could feel them. You could feel
Yes.
them come out of the music. And I feel like Seal is that way too. And some of
Mm-hmm.
those older singers, but I know I love reggae.
Ah,
You love reggae, girl. I could see that.
ugh,
That's
I
happy
love
stuff
reggae.
right
It's
there.
happy stuff. And then
Happy.
as a Latina, I get to move my hips. And it doesn't have to
Oh,
be
yeah.
so, in your face. It's just as chill,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah, yeah. But oh
Oh,
god,
awesome.
Bob Marley. And then the magic not only in him, but it's in his seed because his kids are
Oh,
amazing. Like what
right,
the
right, right.
what?
No, no, it's that lineage, man. Can't jump it.
I
Can't
love how
jump
he's
it.
just proof of ancestor. He's the
Yes,
ultimate, and he's the ancestor to his now grandchild, who's Skip Marley, who's like early 20s, great
really.
musician. Oh
I've
my
never
gosh,
heard. I should listen.
Skip Marley,
Oh,
impressive.
I'm gonna look it up.
If I was 20 years younger,
You might just you don't need to be 20 years younger. Why don't you just go see? You know who else is great? Speaking
uh,
of speed, is Wolfgang Van Halen.
ooh, oh my
Yeah.
God,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I'm having a tricky time. I know we're going a little bit off to music, and I think
no,
this is perfect. I'm having a tricky time with music these days, just for
yes,
myself. But Wolfgang Van Halen,
yeah,
oh, you same thing. Like he's just
mm-hmm.
magic, and he's technical, but he's soulful as well. Like you
Right,
could feel that soul in him when he sings, and
yeah.
it's it's been kind of exciting for me to still see that out there. So
Yeah.
yeah, the
Have you
speed,
gone
right?
to any concerts of these favorite people that you have? Have you seen
Yes,
them?
I used to go to tons of concerts in the 90s and in the early 2000s. And I've seen Seal a couple times. I saw Seal first time in Chicago. He was not big at all yet.
Yeah.
And this had to be the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And he was this gorgeous black man.
Mm.
And he had this white suit on, no shirt on underneath it, and like these flowing white curtains in the background. And I had really close seats, hardly anybody was there,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and his voice just bellowed, and it's
Yeah.
like his whole heart just sang this music. It was incredible.
That's
It was incredible.
incredible.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen him a few times. That
Wow. I love that.
yeah.
Yay. That's amazing. What is your favorite food?
Oh my goodness, you're asking such good questions.
We're gonna get all about Jeannine. What is she like? What is
What
she?
am I like? I love all foods, really. Oh my god, I love salads, and or as long as it's organic and really clean,
Right.
berries,
Yeah.
strawberry, like anything just kind of plain, or
Right.
what we would call plain
Right.
but whole.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. I
just
gotta
and
come
food.
over and
Oh,
make you
dude,
some. I
you gotta make
gotta
something.
I gotta make you so I make buffalo cauliflower, but it's baked and it's
Oh,
and it's crunchy. So I played with it so
oh,
much because it has to be crunchy,
it's gotta be
and
like
because it's such clean ingredients, no problem. Like
see, yes.
it's a big deal. It's a big
It is a big
thing.
deal. Well, we're
Mm-hmm.
both cancer rising, so
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but my belly is very intelligent, and it tells me what it likes and what it doesn't like, and
all
it's
the
got to be
time.
clean and whole, right?
Yes,
I know.
yes,
I do that
it
too. And I
does.
make a mean
Talks.
roast chicken, by the way. So
Ooh,
if you ever want that, I can make that for you really well with
I
roasted vegetables.
don't eat chicken. I eat fish.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. Pescatarian?
Yes.
Yay!
Pescatarian. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with. So I also have to make this for you because blackened tilapia tacos
Oh no, I haven't had tilapia in forever. That sounds phenomenal. Do you put cabbage on top?
on the bottom with cilantro and squeezed lime together and make it first. A
Oh,
little
oh,
salt.
Okay, that's
And
it.
then it goes on the bottom, fish goes on top, and yum, 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 yum.
Is that the picture you sent me that one time?
Yes.
Oh, that will look so good. I used to live in San Diego. My husband and I would go for fish taco. And when I first moved to San Diego from Chicago, I was like, fish
Right.
taco? Because for the
Right.
Midwest, it was just, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know if I can. And then that was it. I
Yeah.
had some and I was hooked.
Same, because I never had that until I moved to Los Angeles. Like, oh, fish
Right.
tacos?
From
Wow.
New York, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And
it's
now
pizza. Pizza land,
pizza.
Italian
Yeah,
food. Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I were to like pick one food for the rest of my life, it'd be pizza. I'm sorry. It'd
Would
be
it really?
pizza.
Good for you.
Yeah. Gosh. It's a problem. Carbs are a problem for me.
Carbs are a problem. Yeah. No, pizza is good. Do you like deep dish or flat?
Both.
Do you? Right? I know.
Both. Oh
I
my God.
know. That's
I don't
why I
care.
picked this one.
I don't care
I
how
was
you want to shape the dough. Shape the dough in a boat. I don't care. I'll eat it.
I know. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No, I'm with same thing. I'm with you.
All right.
Okay.
Before I let you go, do you have a mantra that you live by?
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
I always orient myself to kindness. Like
Hmm.
every moment, I just kindness, not in a thought intellectualized way, but
Yeah.
really just kindness to myself,
Hmm.
kindness to the moment. So I'm
Hmm.
always trying to just kindness, kindness, kindness. Even if I'm upset, like I don't want to not be upset. I don't want to not be angry, but I want to make sure that
Yeah.
on the delivery of it, I'm not hurting myself or other people.
Yeah.
So I would say that is my main mantra. How about you?
Um, Luck favors the prepared.
Ooh,
Because,
ooh,
right,
yes.
you have to be
Wait,
ready when the opportunity comes.
yeah,
The opportunity can come and you're not ready,
you're not ready.
right?
No.
And
Oh, that's a good one. I love that
this
one.
can be shown in love, right? When someone's not ready, right? And the opportunity comes. So that's a big one. But mostly in everything. I learned that one because I'm a singer and I never opportunity would come, but I was never prepared
And energetically,
energetically.
getting the house in order,
Uh-huh.
that
I was
whole self
mhm.
healing. Because that, right? And then there you are. The vibe. Oh gosh.
Yes.
Ooh, I love that one, Claudia.
That one's I learned that the hard way. I was like, I keep missing
Oh,
music opportunities because I'm not
right.
ready.
You're
And then
ready.
when I heard it, I'm like, that's me.
But you
Then and
learned. You
I
scooped it
weren't.
up. You
I scooped
scooped it
up.
up.
Oh, I'm more than ready now. Ooh! Let the apocalypse come. I am ready.
Yes.
I did think about getting it tattooed though, so it might.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
with a
love.
little like clover at the end. Choo, ping.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that would
So
be perfect.
right, we'll see. We'll see. Um, Jeannine, is there anything else you want to share that you think the listeners might need to know about you before we start this incredible journey of diving deep, deep, deep like no one's ever have?
Oh, yeah. No, we're going deep. We love
Mm,
it.
mm,
I would just say, this healing work is an invitation to a way of living, being
mm.
clairvoyant, being psychic, being intuitive. It is an invitation. And this is absolutely something that I have lived for all the years of my life and really worked with professionally for
Yeah,
so long.
yeah,
And so that is something that, it's a walk your talk kind of thing. And
right.
for sure, that's what I love to bring
Yeah.
to the
Oh,
table
how
whenever I
can
do
people
work.
find you? Important question.
JeannineKim.com and themystic.JeannineKim on Instagram, which the truth be told, I just opened like 2 months ago. And so I'm not really good on social media, but it's there. So
It's
you can
there.
find me there. But JeannineKim.com's been around for a while.
Perfect. Thank you so much for answering my crazy questions.
I love your
And
question.
and thank you everyone for tuning into Mystic Radio. And get ready. Here we come.
Here we come. Thanks, Claudia.
You're welcome.